here, and I am here to bring you an update on how my Family Crest embroidery is coming along. Now, I am mostly happy with how everything is coming, and there are only a couple of things that I have taken issue with, and these problems are of my own making because I have a tendency of starting a project where I don't always know exactly how I'm going to do everything in the embroidery, and that's because I have a tendency of dreaming a little bit bigger than my ability. But talking about the things that I am struggling with hopefully has given me the solutions that I need to finish this project. And it's video proof that I'm always willing to learn and grow. So the main problem is size, which then contributes to the other problems that I was having along the way. Now, I wanted it to be a big piece because once it was all said and done, I wanted it to be able to take visual prominence on the wall where I was going to hang it. In a perfect world, you should have a hoop that is large enough to be able to contain your whole embroidery piece so that you can constantly keep that fabric taut at all times. Now, this is where I get in trouble because I have a small hoop, because I like my small hoop because it fits in my hand so nicely. This is the problem. Now, this isn't necessarily an issue using a smaller hoop unless you have the embroidery thread crossing longer areas, and then having those areas getting cramped in between the hoop and getting stretched and pulled. And this is where it gets slack, so it's not nice and taut like all the other lines of the embroideries. So I have a couple of areas on the P that ended up not so good because it went through the hoop and it made it slack and not look as nice and taut as the rest of the letter P. Now, when I get to the point of re-stretching it, I could probably iron it and it might not make that big of a difference. And to be fair, I do remind myself that right now I'm looking at it up close, whereas once this is all done, I'm going to be looking at it from a much farther distance, so it may not make nearly as much difference as I am making it out to be in my head. But still, it's bothering me. So I was trying to figure out ways that I might be able to fix it so I can enjoy the way it's looking up close, as well as looking at it from far away. And the solution that I came up with is to have a pointillism kind of a thing, bringing in a couple more different golds and creating kind of a textural pattern that looks artistic and fun to go along with it. So that is my solution. I'm hoping that it works. Hope. Because I'm most likely also gonna have to apply it to the ribbon at the bottom as well, because you can't see this nearly as well, but it's fairly thick as well. So I know it's gonna have these longer areas that I'm going to have to cross, and it's also going to have to go through the hoop. So it's just going to have to happen. It is what it is. Now, when I went to the store, I went and I got these three gold colors, and I have a feeling they are too close to each other that you won't be able to tell. So I am gonna have to go back to Hobby Lobby today and return some of these and look for something a bit more obviously different. So we'll see how that works. It will be fine. It will be fine. And I think as long as my pointillism part of the project doesn't take too long, I should be finished by next week sometime. But we shall see. As you can see, I have already started a little bit on the lettering at the bottom, and I really like how that is turning out. So if you want to see a little bit more, because I haven't shown you enough, probably not. I'm really happy with how all of the symbols and the animals turned out. They look great. Yay! So once I'm finished, I will go ahead and post pictures, maybe a little video recap kind of a thing, and be sure to show you all. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments, and if you liked this video, please subscribe so you won't miss out on any new content. That's it for me. This is Cindy signing off. May your stumbling blocks turn into launching pads for new ideas. May your embroidery floss never tangle, and may you never be too afraid to dream bigger than your ability.